both car is one of...
Gotta go, 2070 pound. Hey, now, I'm gonna need a bit of a...
Okay, welcome to American Dream Garage. Today we're going to do the second in my Versus series, and we're going to do what I would call two biological twins. 1973 Z28 Camaro Red versus a 1973 Trans Am 455 Red. So we'll get into both cars in more detail, and then we will take them out for a go fast drive, and then you can decide which one you like the best. Okay, first we're going to look at the Trans Am and look at it from an appearance perspective. You'll see that it has the Enduro front nose. It has ground effect front spoiler. Of course, the iconic Trans Am Eagle, which I think didn't appear until 72, so this might have been the second year for it. The car has a functional shaker hood with the 455 engine. It has honeycomb wheels, also a radial tuned suspension. And one of the first cars in Pontiac that was offered with radial tires new. It has functional side scoops, which are act to cool and pull air from the brakes, and then rear ground effect in front of the rear tire to help move air around the back, and then a fairly traditional rear spoiler. So we will take a walk around the entire car. Okay, for the Z28, for the Z28, from an appearance perspective, it is much more aligned with the standard Camaro. It doesn't have a lot of additional ground effects and things like the Trans Am does, but this particular model is a RS, so it gives it, you know, fairly iconic look of the split bumpers and the open grille. But you can get an RS package in a standard Z. It has, I'm sorry, in a standard Camaro. It has a front spoiler. It has painted stripes on the hood and the trunk. It has a 5-spoke wheel, which is unique to the Z28. It has Z28 badging, remote mirrors, and a rear spoiler. This is, they called early on the Copo spoiler, and it has a rear Z28, not a badge, but a sticker. So again, other than the wheels and the stripes and the spoilers, fairly standard from an appearance perspective. So we'll do a quick walk around on that. So from an interior perspective, I would have to give an edge to the Trans Am. Just the overall finish of the interior, the burled aluminum dash panel, the steering wheel, which is unique to the Trans Ams and the formulas. The seats in this particular model are the deluxe seats, which they're very comfortable and they hold you in place. From an option perspective, this particular car has every option that you could get from the factory, except for it does not have a block heater. So it has remote mirrors, has tilt wheel, it has full gauge package, including a clock. It has AC, it has rear window defogger, power door locks, it has AM/FM stereo, it has 8-track, automatic transmission, power windows, and it even has a power trunk. So options that I wouldn't necessarily have purchased in the car, like power locks when I can reach over and grab it. But anyway, it's pretty well equipped, it's quiet. So from an interior perspective, I would give the edge to the Trans Am. Overall layout very similar to that of the Trans Am. This car is an LT, which has a dressed up wood grain, faux wood grain panels on the doors and on the dash. Has a standard steering wheel. This particular car does have remote mirrors, has a full gauge package. It does not have AC, although 73 was the first year you could get the Z with air conditioning. It has an AM/FM radio, turbo 400 automatic transmission, and then it has the Type LT seats, which are durable, comfortable, but I would say a step down from that in the Trans Am. So overall, interior is nice and usable and functional. Okay, so from an engine perspective, the Trans Am had a 400 and an optional 455, and actually an optional Super Duty 455. This particular engine has 250 horsepower, 390 foot-pounds of torque, so big difference from the small block to the big block. The SD, on the other hand, was an all handmade engine, which had 290, I think, underrated horsepower, but significantly faster from a performance perspective. From an engine perspective, Z28 has a 350 engine. It is a hydraulic lifter. Prior to 73, the first Z28s had solid lifter engines. It has 245 horsepower, 280 foot-pounds of torque. Thin valve covers that are unique to the Z28. From a sound perspective, which is important with a muscle car, the Camaro has a dual exhaust, pretty throaty, smooth, even sound, fairly impressive at a stoplight. Perspective, the Trans Am also has dual exhaust, but a much deeper, hate to use the same words, but throatier exhaust coming out of that big block. Okay, from a performance perspective, I mentioned Z28 has the lighter small block versus the Trans Am's big block, probably also a little bit lighter. Therefore, 0 to 60 times, the Z28 is under 7 seconds. I've seen 6.5 to 6.7. The Trans Am, on the other hand, most of the tests that I've found are on the Super Duty, which was 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds, and a 14-second quarter mile, or no, I'm sorry, a 13.5-second quarter mile. This car, what I've seen is probably 7.7 to 8 seconds in a 0 to 60. I'm not sure I believe that, but I guess it makes sense given the weight of the car. So we will take them out and we will show you the cars in action. Okay, so we've covered both cars. We've looked at them in more detail. You've seen them in their go-fast drives. So which is it? Which do you like best? For me, personally, it's a toss-up. I like them both, but I'll let you decide. Thanks for tuning in to American Dream Garage.